Affirmative action, when it started, I think had very, very good intentions. And I still think that there's a place for it. The problem is that these very liberal institutions decided to play judge, jury, and executioner on which minorities counted in affirmative action. And that's not what the intention was. The intention was to look at the establishment and their ability to get their progeny into these incredible schools, even when they didn't deserve to be there. And so I think this was always an issue of classism that was disguised as racism. And people who were in the upper classes of society have always had an edge. You had the legacy admissions into Harvard. You had people, the Kushners very famously, right? Like the $5 million check from the father that got the son into the school, all of this stuff. It's been well written about. And whether or not those things are right isn't the point. I think the point is that there are folks in emerging lower middle classes who have the potential to crush, and those kids should have a chance. And you can't just decide who those kids are based on the color of their skin. And in this case, what happened was some blacks were still allowed in, some Hispanics were allowed in, but Asian Americans broadly were discriminated. And that was a really stupid outcome. You cannot punish kids for willing to work their ass off. And I think that that was the unfortunate outcome of what affirmative action has become by 2022. So it is going to get repealed. The reason it's going to get repealed is that we have case law that very clearly states that any institution that accepts federal funds cannot have any form of discrimination. And this is how these folks who have tried to repeal affirmative action have taken up this lawsuit. Hopefully the outcome is a more meritocratic system that also tries to create a plurality of different people from different backgrounds.